And welcome back to a brand new episode of Passion Beer, here with your hosts Shane and Nick. And today we have a very interesting and intriguing beer here. This is the Rogue Voodoo Doughnut Maple Bacon Ale, based out of Oregon, correct?
Yep, right out of Oregon.
This is actually, they did a collaboration with Voodoo Doughnut out in Oregon. And they took their maple bacon bar donut that they make and I guess tried to just make that a beer. So I'm really interested to see how this one turned out.
I'm looking forward to this one because everything that this beer describes, I'm a huge fan
Maple, bacon, donuts, yeah, it sounds really good.
You can't leave off that.
Yeah, that's true.
But this is an awesome bottle. Looks like they spray painted pink or something.
It is. Any collector, I mean, especially if you collect beer bottles, I mean, this is certainly one to collect.
Oh my gosh, you got to, as soon as I open the bottle, the maple syrup just pours out and hits you with the aroma.
Really, I mean, it's a really nice, nice looking beer. I guess it's technically considered a smoked beer. So, holy shit, like you said.
Wow. No,
it's a lot of maple. I mean, a lot of maple and a lot of smoke there.
Wow.
A lot of everything.
I mean, you definitely get a hint of like lard, grease, or whatever it is that seeps through the maple syrup on that
like
back
a fatty
end.
Flavor, yeah.
Fatty, like a really good, fast, trashy diner that everyone loves to eat at.
Oh my god. It seriously sounds like a bad news in a glass right now. Like a heart attack in a glass.
I'm going to go into cardiac arrest during the review. I mean, it clocks in at 5.6 ABV.
Right.
So, I mean, it's not all that much intense, but I mean, the flavor of the aroma just piles and piles out of the glass and hits you.
I mean, it's a lot of that smoked malt. I mean, it certainly has a sweet character to it. The maple syrup.
I mean, that's what's really balancing the sugars out. I mean, I'm sure they didn't have to add any priming sugar with the maple syrup in there because the yeast just went insane with that. But I mean, this is fantastic.
It has a nice like a dough element too, and I don't want to sound like so typical, stereotypical to say it smells like a donut, but I mean it does have this like very doughy quality to it.
That
also.
Fresh donut smell though, that it's not like it's not really a Krispy Kreme type smell. It's like one of those fresh baked donut place smells. One of the local places. It's really interesting aroma, and I mean right off the bat, this is going to be an awesome beer to try.
Yeah. Let's give it a taste.
Yeah, absolutely. Wow. I mean, right off the bat, oh wow. This beer packs a whole lot of punch.
Freaking good, actually.
Packs a whole lot of punch throughout the whole tasting process. I mean, right up front, you get a lot of the sugars, and then you get the donut start to seep in, and a little maple syrup, and then all of a sudden, boom, it tastes like bacon doused in maple syrup. It is fantastic. All the bacon lovers out there that love beer, you got to run out and get it.
I mean, seriously, sitting on the tongue, sugary bacon. It's really cool. I mean, like Nick said, it starts out with this very sweet, sugary maple flavor, kind of works into like a more malty, doughy flavor, and then the end is nothing but like this smoked malt, this bacon flavor, this saltiness. I really like it. I mean, this is getting really mixed reviews online. People absolutely hate it or they really like it, and
I can see how you can either love it or hate it. To me, to sum this up metaphorically, it's essentially like eating a breakfast plate with pancakes doused in maple syrup, and the bacon's just sitting in that river of maple syrup that I poured. And I mean, right up front, you get the bite of the pancakes, which is like the donut-y
It's so
taste.
interesting. It's so unique. And that's crazy.
Just having that bacon taste in there. It's not just the aroma, it's the bacon taste.
It is. It's really...
Wow, this is like mind-blowing.
It is. It's interesting. I mean, I've had smoked beers, but nothing ever quite like this. I mean, just even sitting there, I think more of that smoky, meaty flavor is coming through. And it's really cool. It's really good. I guess I'll start. I think, to be quite honest, I think for the style that it is, in the smoked beer style, I know this is going to be a polarizing beer. However, for me, I would honestly give this one an 89. I think it's really good. I think it has all these really cool qualities to it. I don't know how much of it I could really drink. This might be enough for us to split, but I think it's really good. I would stay right around an 89.
And that's a fair assessment. I mean, I'm going to clock in definitely higher. I'm going to clock in around a 93 with this beer because I think it's just something that's different that doesn't exist out there.
Right.
And Rogue definitely took a huge chance by releasing a beer like this. And it's absolutely fantastic that they did, because all the flavors definitely shine through this beer. It's exactly what they advertise it.
Yep.
It breaks away from that whole smoked ale type
it does. There's so many more dimensions to it.
And I mean, there's just so much going on with this brew, and I highly recommend it. At least a try.
Yeah.
Like you said, this might be a little bit much for me just to drink in one sitting.
Yeah, I think one bottle by yourself,
you're kind of pushing it.
Maybe,
but once in a blue moon, you split this with a buddy or two. Oh, this is fantastic. So
absolutely. I mean, hats off to Rogue. Really. I mean, you can pick this up at their brewery, or they actually are selling it online, and they do ship across the United States. It's $13 a bottle, straight from the brewery. So I mean, you know, if it's intriguing to you and it's something that you want to try, I personally would recommend picking up a bottle.
Why not just get it for the bottle, though? That's pretty awesome.
Exactly. I mean, even if you're a collector, I mean, that's a pretty badass bottle, I gotta say. And once again, Nick, thanks again for sharing this with me, and we'll see you guys next time.
Hey, thanks for bringing it over. Cheers.